Now, suspended Ekurhuleni Deputy Police Chief Julius Mkhwanazi will continue with his testimony at the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria this morning. His testimony will be followed by that of suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu. Let's now cross to the Commission. That's where SABC News anchor Sakina Kamwendo and SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga are for an update on this. Sakina?
Well, thanks, Leanne. Welcome back to the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College. And of course, Canny, just getting straight into it, a rather, arduous task for the evidence leaders yesterday in just trying to make headways with the evidence that they were leading with Julius Mkhwanazi. It proved to be difficult, which is why we are back with Mkhwanazi again this morning for the first hour. And by the way, in case you missed it, it's an earlier start, 8:30 this morning is when the commission gets underway, picking up where it left off with Julius Mkhwanazi last night. Now, let's just remind ourselves about the allegations, some of the serious allegations. So we've heard a bit about the blue lights and the implications around that. But there are other serious allegations against Julius Mkhwanazi.
Indeed, and believe it or not, the blue light saga is only skimming the surface of the allegations that he is facing. There's a whole dark web of allegations of events that allegedly took place under his alleged reign of terror when he was promoted to the acting EMPD chief, and of course given that rank that it is alleged that he gave to himself when he was continuing to do these operations or have this conduct that really was only sanctioned or protected or shielded by three critical figures within the city. That is allegedly the head of legal, HR, and the HOD, which should have been Dr. Mkhwanazi at the time. So essentially, he ran this particular specialized services unit, and we've seen CCTV footage of them conducting some questionable acts, and to the extent that some were allegedly criminal, under the guise of legitimate operations. And it's a particular ring allegedly that would report to him, together with civilians that we understand to allegedly be part of these private security companies that we keep hearing that he likes to allegedly work with. So this ranges from the truck hijackings to the copper cable theft. Do you remember that CCTV footage? To alleged cases of kidnapping, and even the alleged murder of a businessman. And remember Witness D coming before the commission to explain the horrific manner in which that particular individual was murdered, allegedly by this unit belonging to Mkhwanazi within the city of Ekurhuleni. And it's quite telling that when Witness D told the events of that day that the victim in the situation, as soon as they arrived, this particular unit at his home, mind you, they dressed in their official EMPD gear. And this individual knew immediately, and he said to them allegedly that he had about 200,000 that he could give to them. So immediately he knew what was taking place was a robbery.
Suggesting this was not the first time
yes,
that this had happened.
And you're looking at law enforcement officials, and already you know that, okay, you need to save yourself out of the situation. And we're hearing the horrific torture method of tubing was used allegedly in that act, when you place that, I think it's a black bag over the victim, and then you pour water, I understand, and it suffocates them. It's a means to suffocate them. And even worse, what we're hearing is that Mkhwanazi allegedly arrived to the scene after it was discovered that the person had now passed away, and he allegedly guided them on how to clean up the scene. So that's speaking to defeating the ends of justice, also to murder.
But very briefly yesterday, he kind of admitted that he was aware of that particular situation, but that he was there briefly.
Seemingly trying to disassociate from the horrendous act. And we now know there's a Witness D who could be a critical witness in a criminal probe regarding this particular issue. But basically at the center of it, he's being placed at the center of not only guiding them allegedly on how to clean up the scene, but ordering that Witness D that appeared before the commission to dispose of that body. And that happened at the river, I'm told, or a dam, a nearby dam, where that body was later discovered, and there's evidence to that fact to show that the body was later discovered there. But that is the kind of brazen criminality that is being suggested about Mkhwanazi, and he is yet to answer to those allegations in quite detail, seemingly only talking in circles regarding the memorandums of agreement. Perhaps that's easier evidence to get through, but he still has to answer to those very serious allegations that speak to a dark web of alleged criminality by his alleged unit under his command, which put not only the Ekurhuleni region and its citizens at great risk, but because we know they allegedly went beyond that jurisdiction, it placed many others in great risk as well.
Indeed, Canny. And so, Leanne, yesterday, basically looking at two of those memoranda of understanding, and this is why Julius Mkhwanazi is coming back to the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College this morning, at least to start off the day's proceedings, because they weren't able, with the Commission, to get too far with regard to all the probes against the allegations against him. So much still needs to be uncovered, and it remains to be seen whether they will in fact conclude with Julius Mkhwanazi this morning, or whether he would be asked to come back once the Commission resumes its work in the new year, because we know that the Commission finishes its work for this year tomorrow. And then, of course, it's over to writing that report, the preliminary report, which needs to be handed over to President Cyril Ramaphosa by the 17th of December. So that's where we're going to leave it for this hour. When we come back, we'll have some analysis, and of course, we'll talk more about the other witness that's expected here at the Madlanga Commission later today, which is, of course, the return of Senzo Mchunu, the Police Minister on special leave. Back to you, Leanne.
Thank you, ladies, as always, for that update and just getting us up to speed with what's been happening at the Madlanga Commission and what to expect today as well.